Mute my mic there. Hey, hello, 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 and welcome to another live stream by Virtual Flight Diaries. We are here with the Black Square Turbine Bonanza, and this thing is insane. This thing is the mark of I have so much money that I'm going to throw a PT6 on my Bonanza. It's crazy. 500 horsepower. It's nearly double the piston version in the horsepower range. You can literally fly the wings off this thing. It's so ridiculous. It's cool. So we're gonna fly it. I've actually put a couple hours in this thing. It is loads of fun. There's a lot of management to manage the engine, and that's what makes it the most fun. So we are going to go. We're here at Reading, and it's actually cleared up. It started out real messy, but it looks like maybe at our destination, it's still marginal VFR, but we are going to be going down to Charleston, West Virginia. That's right, Yeager Airport. I thought, well, it's going to be miserable today, so why not fly into a tricky approach with mountains all surrounding a airport with lots of wind and I don't know. In a Bonanza PT6, right? So 2024 native. It has all the bells and whistles that we know, including walk around mode. We can pull the chocks, we can pull the covers. I have gust locks still on, so we're not going to be able to move the control surfaces, but they do move. And I'll show you that in a second. Actually, we should come around and actually do a proper walk around, right? So get in the plane, we'll pull the gust locks. I'm going to remove these for now. So I filed for flight level 220 because although this is unpressurized, we do have oxygen on board, and I want to check out the oxygen management systems. So we're going to go on oxygen. We're going to climb up to flight level 220, get a better flight performance out of her. I mean, she is not a great performer. She uses about double the fuel capacity. So we'll turn the battery on, we'll put the flaps down, and we will kill the battery. And go back out and do our walk around. So the other thing I really don't like is that it kind of, but I guess it's indicative of getting out of the plane here. So that's good. I mean, okay, so I actually, in the Baron, you actually get out of the plane on the other side. And I that's right. This one I like because you get out of the plane in the direction of where you would be normally getting out of the plane. All right, so we'll do a walk around. We'll come around the front of the plane. We start at the nose. And we'll check the props. Make sure our turbine is free spinning. And you keep cutting into my prop. It must be a ghost. It is almost Halloween, so why not, right, guys? All right, then you come around. I look at the leading edge. I'm going to look for dents, damage, anything like that. Come around here. We'll look at the light. Going to look for cracks, anything like that. I would actually turn the lights on and check if all the bulbs are working. I did that earlier. You can see, you can check the control surfaces. Come here. Move this. You want to keep your hands off the tabs so you don't damage them. That's why it says not a handheld. check that. That's all good. And you would be checking to see if the cables are all intact, no corrosion. We'd come around here. We'd look at the flaps. You'd look inside here. Make sure that the connections are all good. You would see if there's a lot of play in them. And we come back around. We'll check this leading edge. That looks good. We check our tires. Air pressure looks good. Struts look good. All right, let's get on board. Let's get this bad boy fired up. All right, you guys get on board. I'll close the doors for you. Get yourselves all situated and buckled in. And we'll head up to the cockpit. And we're going to close you up because it's a little cooler out. I think it's like in the 60s, to be honest with you. All right, so a signal ground crew to put us on. Actually, we're not going to go that route yet. So everybody's on board. I'm going to go full. Ooh, we're out of CG. To lose a passenger. All right, 5 on board. It's gonna refill the oxygen just to be safe. Looks good, looks filled. All right, so that's all set. We have our fuel. 3.4 hours, 773 nautical miles range. That is if we're up in the flight levels and we're doing economy cruise. So we're going to try normal cruise and see where that gets us. I have failures on just on normal. Let's see how many hours I put into this bad boy so far. 4 hours I've flown her so far. All right, so I don't have any checklists yet. I kind of been doing a little bit of a flow. Let me check my sim sounds here. Get that engine sound out. I'm going to turn the sim sound up a little bit, and we'll fire her up. All right, battery master could come on. Standby out. We go on the fullest tank. They are both pretty full, so we'll just leave it there. On the left side, so ignition could go on. Starter to start, and listen to that bore sounds. Fire up the engine. That's just so cool. That is just so cool. All right, so I'm probably cooking my starter. Starter could come off. That's a good start. And Check ITT's looking good. NGs are looking good. Generator could go on. Ignition off. All right, avionics master. We don't need the door because it stopped raining. Oil door is closed. We got beacons and nabs. That should have been on. And then we'll test the electricals. We got the generator reset. That's good. And we'll turn on our, there's not much anti-icing. It's actually not rated to go into icing. There's no boots or anything like that. So we got to be mindful of that, especially up in flight levels going slow. But we could turn the pitot heats on. See the jump in amps. Prop de-ice can go on. See the jump in amps. We can also check the prop heat test. Prop amps come up. That's all good. And we'll put the we got 71 in the cockpit. That's fine. Actually, cool her down a little bit. Should start to cool down. All right, I could put the defrost on just a little bit just to keep that going. And all right, that doesn't seem to be doing anything other than hurting my eardrums. Very loud. Close her up. Close her up. Where are we closing her? There we go. Oh, we got the. We do have noise canceling. There we go. That's the click spot. All right. Close the window. Doors are all locked up. We're actually going to activate the door seals. Now, all that does is reduce the noise. There, like I said, this is not a pressurized aircraft. And we'll get our flight plan in. It should do test. See? Cycles through nav test. This is the GTN-XI from TDS. Yeah, we'll put you on standby. Heats are all in. We'll adjust that later. It's almost a climate control simulator. The way this thing is. It's like it takes a little finessing to get the temperature just right. I'm gonna put the flaps or put the elevator trim down a little bit. Test the fuel pumps. Both appear to be working. No lights. Pitot heat is on. We can actually shut that off for now. Okay, so I'm gonna get some air in here. And we're good. We didn't over exceed anything. I like to put fuel at destination. Let's get our flight plan in. So we're going to start out from Reading. We are heading down to Lancaster. So we're going to do LRP. No, that was not the right one. LRP.
All aircraft be advised, information whiskey now current. Altimeter 29er for 3.
And we got airway Juliet 6. I'm going to put that in there. And then Juliet 6 down to, we are leaving that at Perks. Load you up, very simple flight plan. And then West Virginia International, Yeager Airport. I think Charleston was the home city for Chuck Yeager, the first man to break the sound barrier, war ace, etc. So they named the airport after him. All right, so that looks good. So let's get the ATIS and let's get our clearances, and we can get out of here and get going. And we can talk about what's coming up, because I got things cooking, and the next stream might be a really good one.
Reading Carla Spots, Phi Airport Information Whiskey, 2027 Zulu, wind 180 at 6, visibility 10, few clouds at 3,900, scattered at 4,900, scattered at 6,500, temperature 19er, dew point 17, altimeter 2, 9er for tree, landing and departing runways, 1 tree, 18. Numerous cranes in operation around Reading Carl of Spots Phi.
In ground at November 731 Golf Victor. I'd like to pick up our clearance to Yeager Airport.
November 731 Golf Victor, Reading ground cleared to Yeager. Radar vectors Lancaster, then is filed. Maintain for 1,000 feet. Expect flight level 220, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 132.5. Squawk 5660.
Cleared to Yeager, radar vectors Lancaster as filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect 220, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 132.5. Squawk 5660. 731 Golf Victor.
November 731 Golf Victor, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
And we'll call you back when we're ready for taxi. 31 Golf Victor. All right, so we got squawk code 5660. And we'll get you in. All right, now we're squawking and talking. All right, 4,000's in the box. We're departing runway 13, so let's put that in because we're going to depart the runway heading. So I'm using the Mobi profile for my WinWing Airbus autopilot. It's just the generic Asobo Planes one. It seems to work pretty well. All right, so here we go. I actually picked up the Tim HH on Flight SimTO did delivery for this, and I like it's the classic black and white beach modern livery. I want to say. Ready ground, 731 Victor, Golf Victor, we're ready for taxi.
November 731 Golf Victor, runway 13 taxi via Bravo Alpha.
Runway 13 taxi via Bravo Alpha, 731 Golf Victor. All right, so get the flaps up to approach. And we look, they're traveling and indicating we are good. All right, we're out of here, crew. We're out of here. Let's head let's head to West Virginia. Country roads, take me home. West Virginia. So this does have a simulated beta range, which helps with taxing. So 1331 is parallel to us. We're just going to follow this down to the end. Got a lot quieter in here. I'll pull the plugs for takeoff, though. She is loud. Let's see. I might dial the time back a little bit. I don't know if we're going to do a night landing down in West Virginia, but that's I don't know. If we got enough on board, I might might do a poll. See, so I don't know. What time is it here? It's almost 5 o'clock. Yeah, it might get dark by then. We'll see.
November 731 Golf Victor, contact Reading Tower 119.9er. See you.
So, like I said, I've been going to be doing more VATSIM, but there was just nobody on and no chatter in the background. Just leaves for a very boring cruise, even with the music. So I thought, well, let's throw some Beyond ATC in here. It's not the greatest.
November 731 Golf Victor.
But it's the best option we have.
119.9er. See you.
Well, no, not the best option we have. There's say intentions, and some days they're good, sometimes they're bad. They're constantly fixing things. So some days they break, and some days they don't. So it's AI. All right, so
731 Golf Victor Reading Ground.
over to tower. 731 Golf Victor.
Negative tower on 119.9er.
Yeah. Okay, over to tower 119.9er. 731 Golf Victor. I tell you what, we're gonna have the messenger. Now I guess 2024 doesn't have the co-pilot in her. All right, so we have to switch the tanks back and forth. It is a Bonanza, so we're going to start off about every 20 minutes. We're going to set the tanks, try to keep them balanced. All right, weather radar is on, looking good. So we'll get the landing lights on. Strobes can come on. Panel lights can come on for juice. All right. Looking good. Let's go.
November 731, Golf Victor, holding short, runway 13.
November 731 Golf Victor, Reading Tower, wind 180 at 6, fly heading 130, runway 13, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 130, runway 13, cleared for takeoff, November 731 Golf Victor.
I saw some streamers, they had the Copilot showing, but maybe that was 2020. All right, ready? So, max torque is 1,200 pounds. But that is like for extreme short field takeoff. So I found, and it's easier, and we don't have a tendency to exceed our NG or our ITT or your torque or over torque the engine or anything like that, is I bring it up to about 1,100 pounds for takeoff. And it works just as good. You'll see just how fast we take off. All right. Spool them up. Did say I would pull the plugs. All right. Watch your eardrums if you're on headphones. Here we go. And we're up. Positive rate. Gear up. All right, let's get back on course. Supposed to be flying that runway heading. And doing that, see, we still took off rather quickly.
November 731 Golf Victor, contact New York Center 135.45. See you.
Took off rather quickly.
Contact New York Center
And
135.45, November 731 Golf Victor. Have a good one. New York
with
Center,
plenty of runway to spare, and
1,700.
we're already in climb power because climb power is 1,100. So we're all set.
November 731 Golf Victor, New York Center, radar contact. Climb, maintain flight level 220.
Climb, maintain flight level 220, November 731 Golf Victor.
All the way up.
November 731 Golf Victor, turn right, heading 240.
Turn right, heading 240, November 731 Golf Victor.
JetBlue 1173, contact Washington Center, 132.55.
240.
Contact Washington Center, 132.55, JetBlue 1173.
I'm still hand flying this thing. Yeah, it's still rain around us. So this is going to be interesting. We should have some really good cloud covers, especially when we get down to West Virginia.
Endeavour Tree 36, contact Washington Center, 132.55.
Center on 132.55.
So these black square aircraft can fly beautifully. All right, so power it back. The RPM is 2,200 for the climb out.
132.55, take care. Contact Washington Center, 132.55, American 2741.
And it flies beautifully. Trims out good too. I mean, Look, Ma, no hands. Real stable.
Contact Washington Center, tree 255. Contact Washington Center, tree 255, Brickyard 3528.
All right, climb out about 130, 139. So we'll bring it down just a little bit, get higher up. We're also going to mind our ITT because we'll be temp limited as we climb up into the flight levels. All right, we are looking good.
5071, contact New York Center, 132.5.
The flight director on.
Center on 132.5, Endeavor 5071.
Get the autopilot on just to chill. But I mean, I could hand fly that all day. I probably could. It's so it's so comfortable to hand fly that I could fly the whole flight like that. I could easily just hand fly the whole flight like that. Which is a good thing, right, guys? I mean, a plane should be that comfortable to fly. All right, landing lights, taxi lights can come off. Coming up on 10,000. Let's everybody's got our oxygen on. Let's turn that on. We're all breathing nice, fresh oxygen. Starting to cool off up here in the air, so we're going to pull the cabin heat. Got the vent blower on.
Piedmont 5728, turn right heading 085, climb and maintain flight level 300. Turn right heading 085, climb and maintain flight level 300, Piedmont 5728.
So we're still being mindful of our ITT, so we're going to put that on there just to monitor that. Can't exceed 700 on the ITT. Cook the engine. All right, so now we got to try to figure out how pitot heat could come on. The right combination for the heater, so we don't cook ourselves. So what we do is open up the P3 valve. It draws heat from the engine and blows it into the cabin. It's pretty strong. Like if I was to rip this out, we'd be 100 degrees in no time. We'll just let that climb. Doing good on our oxygen.
New York Center 132.5.
Center on 132.5, November 731 Golf Victor. Have a good afternoon.
United 1726, turn right.
So we're rocking. We don't have the full face masks. We're rocking the nasal cannula.
Endeavor 5075, contact New York Center 132.2.
Center on 132.2, Endeavor 5075.
Rocking the nasal cannulas.
November 731 Golf
A little more comfortable.
13,300 feet.
November 731 Golf Victor, New York Center. United 1726, contact New York Center 124.9er.
Contact New York Center 124.9er, United 1726.
Insane, guys. I mean, look at that. It's just a work of art. I mean, it looks so good. I'm absolutely in love with this plane, guys. Don't tell my wife. All right, so we can see we're starting to get high on the ITT, so we're going to dial that back. So I really don't want to necessarily leave the cockpit too much to do those external views. Here's 17,000.
Brickyard 3673, contact New York Center 124.9er. Have a good one.
Because now as we climb up,
Contact New York Center 124.9er.
more and more, you're going to watch that ITT is going to keep going up.
New York Center, Lindbergh 4382 for 1,700 feet.
And it's getting colder and colder up here. We're in the negatives, so we're going
Lindbergh 4382.
pull some more heat out.
Copy.
Get a little aggressive with that. All right, passing 18,000. We'll turn the, we'll do a
New
little
York Center, Piedmont 5886.
STDs, little standard.
Piedmont 5886, New York Center, radar contact.
All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate everybody joining in and watching the live stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button and help out the channel. I really would appreciate
New
that.
York Center, Piedmont 5764, descending via Bollard 4.
But I'm happy to have you all on board for this flight.
Piedmont 5764, New York Center.
So we're going to start bringing
New
it
York Center,
down
Flexjet 353, 17,000.
so we can start pulling back on the ITT. Or
Flexjet
on the
353,
torque.
New York Center, radar contact.
There's 20,000. So the higher up and the more people you go, the more oxygen you can use. So at 22,000, according to the chart, with 5 people on board, we should have about 3 hours of oxygen. Should have about 3 hours of oxygen. But we're just going to keep an eye on it. And if we get too low, we'll have to come down.
3717, contact New York Center 132.2. See you.
Contact New York Center 132.2, Brickyard 3717.
New York Center, American Tree 00, good afternoon, 17,000 feet.
American 300.
I think we can
radar contact.
go a little hotter. Go a little aggressive on this. Thousand to go. We'll get up here and cruise, and then we'll show you what's
New
New York Center, Delta 457.
What we have to do for the setup, we're going to set it up by the charts.
457 New York Center, radar contact. American 300, contact New York Center 132.2.
All right, there's flight level 20220.
300, have a good afternoon.
Flight level 220. DC's a little loud in my ear for me. All right. We're up the flight level, so I'm going to turn the... Actually, turn that off. Don't need the fuel pumps. We're warming up, so let's dial it back. So I'm going to put prop at 2,000. You'll actually see the torque will start to rise as we drop the RPMs. Just got to be mindful of everything going on. It's 2,000 RPM. We'll go a little bit back a little more. We'll creep this up as close as we can to 1,000 without busting the ITT. Remember, we want to keep it in the green. We don't want to exceed 700. Go 1,000 pounds torque. Normal cruise setting. And we'll close the oil door. Fighting heck of
457, contact New York Center 132.2. Take care.
heck of a wind. Welcome to winter flying, guys.
2.2 Delta 457, have a good one.
So the book, where are we at here? So the book actually says, so for normal cruise, normal cruise, 1,000 and 2,000 on the RPMs, and we should be around 32 to 33 gallons per hour. Actually gonna pump on,
New York
switch the
Center,
tanks.
Brickyard 540, 2,400 feet.
Brickyard 540 New
Oh.
York Center, copy.
Hopefully that's not a bad sign, being Halloween and all, right? All right, so fuel flow. There's 30, 31, probably some parallax there. Oh, that's not 30, it's 20. So 20 pounds per hour. So it's 20 pounds. That's right around 32 gallons per hour, right?
Piedmont 5764, contact New York Center 135.
Fuel pressure looks good. We can actually
35.45 Piedmont 5764, take care.
push that in just a little bit. We don't want to get too hot. Start falling asleep up here. All right, that looks good. Still dealing with that
Ladies and gentlemen, from the
69.
flight lead, this is your captain speaking. We've reached our cruising altitude of 32,000 feet, and we're looking at a smooth ride. Whoops, wrong button.
Bravo. It's almost like we're right there in the plane with you.
Let's keep this one between us.
You got it. Just you, me, and the rest of this frequency.
Ah.
Piedmont 5886, contact New York Center 134.8.
They added a PA in it. That's
Piedmont 5886.
That's funny. So we should have a true airspeed. We should true out somewhere around 230. So let's check that out. So we are at -28. So what we're going to do is put our altitude at the -28 mark. And we'll see where we trued out at.
FlexJet 353, contact New York Center 134.8. See you.
Center on 134.8, FlexJet 353.
All right, so we should be a little over 230. So 25,000 is 242 true airspeed. 229 is 200. So I would say we're pretty close. Pretty close, truing out at about 235. So the book is pretty darn accurate. It's very indicative of Black Square. They're really good at getting all this correct. So we can find out what our headwind is. So we're truing out 235. 235 minus 180 comes to...
Brickyard 540, contact Harrisburg. Approach 126.45.
Do math.
Contact Harrisburg approach, Brickyard 540.
235. Let's do the math. And we can find out our true headwind here. Do a little E6 computing. 235 minus 180 gives us, we are 55 knots right up the nose. Knots right up the nose.
Lindbergh 4382, contact New York Center 124.9er. Take care.
Contact New York Center 124.9er, Lindbergh 4382.
It is a bit of a crosswind. Quartering crosswind, so
November 731 Golf Victor, contact New York Center 132.2.
Contact New York Center 132.2.
this is our actual flight track. So you can see the cant into the wind, the
New York Center, November 731 Golf Victor, flight level 220.
the crab, I should say.
731 Golf Victor, New York Center. American 300, contact Cleveland Center 121.2.
So
Contact
guys,
Cleveland Center 121.2.
goes
American 300.
so the Just Flight bundle, you get, I think it's like 60 some dollars. You get 6 planes, guys. 6 different variants of, so 3 variants of the Baron and 3 variants of the Bonanza, with the including this turboprop, which is just niche fun. That's all. Oh, 54 gallons at, I think it's about an hour of fuel left. It's good. Can make our alternate tanks dry. 3 planes. Comes to about, or 6 planes, guys. So it comes about $10 a plane. If you buy each set individually, and maybe you don't want the Baron, you just want the Bonanza to tool around with, or vice versa, it's $44. It's getting a little warm in here. $44 for just one, or $60 for the bundle. That price point is pretty good. If you have purchased the Steam Gauge versions for 2020, you're going to get a 20% discount. You'll have a code in your downloads page for that 20% discount that you can apply. So, I know the schedule I posted says tomorrow we're going to be doing a Beech Baron B58P pressurized flight. Pushing that off to Saturday. We're gonna stream that Saturday. Don't know exactly what time yet. I want to try to get the most optimal time for you guys, because I'm working on a little something. I'm going to not kill the stream.
Delta 457, contact Cleveland Center 121.2. Take care.
So Saturday we're going to do a little longer flight, probably out west with the pressurized Baron. It's one of the pressurized Baron is one of my favorite aircraft in the real world. But the Baron in general, flew the heck out of that thing with FSX and
American 1574, New York Center.
just I don't know. It's just a little nostalgia thing for me to have the Baron. But we're gonna fly the Baron on Saturday, probably a little longer stream, maybe 2 hours in flight, give or take. And I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. I'm working on something. Either way, I'm going to be giving away either I'm going to be giving away the actual bundle, or I'm going to be giving away a Just Flight gift card in the amount to purchase the bundle. And that's going to be on the Saturday stream. We'll do the giveaway and cruise. It should be a lot of fun. So that's my gift to you guys. You guys are the greatest, and I just appreciate the hell out of you. And watching my streams, liking these videos, plugging along, asking your questions. I love helping you guys out. I love teaching. It's loads of fun, and I want to give back. So I'm going to give away a Black Square Baron Bonanza bundle pack on Saturday afternoon. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the actual pack or it's going to be a gift card, but either way, that's what's happening Saturday, guys. So hopefully you can all join in, have a chance to win that, and I'll be happy to be a part of that, being able to give this to you, because these planes are fun, and you're not going to be disappointed. I want to see some of the best GA planes in the sim. So we're looking good. ITT's actually come down a little bit. Our cabin seems to be holding at 71. That's a good, comfortable setting. Let's go outside, turn the sim down. Got music blasting. Well, not blasting. Turn the music up a little bit. Look at the mess we're heading into. So it looks like it hasn't changed at all for the arrival. Marginal VFR, and yeah, so I picked up the West Virginia International Airport too on Orbix. Because I believe the default West Virginia International is all jacked up terrain wise. It's been a SOBO'd, so the it's cool. I never noticed it. Look, so the tabs actually probably, if we watch them, you probably see them adjusting up and down.
Delta 2279, contact Washington Center 134.15. Center on 134.15, Delta 2279. American 1570.
So yeah, so I think the default's all been a SOBO'd. It's all jacked up, and
Scranton, landing runway 10.
You need to kind of get, if you want to come to this West Virginia International, you're going to need to get some kind of scenery for it. And this one I got off of Orbix is pretty nice. There's still some terrain issues. I think the developer probably tried their best. I know a lot of devs actually have issues with trying to adjust the terrain fixes in the sim. Check something out real quick. Yeah, no ATC came on. Oh, well. I spoke too soon. Cleveland Center came on. That's what I get for gambling. I apologize for that for you guys that want to see VATSIM. I thought it would be very quiet, and apparently it's not. But we'll definitely do VATSIM Saturday. I'm gonna pop it in and out because we got to monitor our ITT. But I mean, how cool does this look, man?
American 1574, contact New York Center 132.5. Contact New York Center 132.5, American 1574.
Yeah, so we keep cooling off a little bit. Could actually push it out if we wanted to, but we're getting close to our V&E anyway, so we're pretty much as best we're going to be doing with the headwind we got. So it's going to be a slow crawl. So we got about an hour left. That's winter flying. Be cooking along if I departed from West Virginia. So, what do you guys think? Winglets or no winglets? Because we could toggle them. So we got winglets. And then we can force we shut the winglets off. So what do you think? Winglets or no winglets? I kind of dig the winglets. So what do you guys think?
November 731 Golf Victor. Contact Washington Center 134.15.
Contact Washington Center 134.15, November 731, Golf Victor. Have a good afternoon. Washington Center, November 731, Golf Victor. Good afternoon. Flight level 220.
November 731 Golf Victor, Washington Center, copy.
Poll in chat. I like the winglets though. I think it just on this. I'm not a big fan of winglets on like the Baron or anything like that. But this turboprop deserves to have winglets, I think. Fuel. So with full tanks, so let's I'm going to refer to the chart again. So on full tanks, our range is about 600 nautical miles. That's full tanks at this current setting, which it's fairly far. I mean, you could easily kind of, but that's tanks dry, so you got to have an hour of fuel. So looking about what, 550, 525. You can get somewhere. You'd have to fill it up, but I mean, this thing is just eating avgas. Eating. Not avgas, Jet A. It's eating Jet A. It's just guzzling it. Very expensive plane. Very expensive plane. But it has some benefits. So for one, generally speaking, this plane in its piston form is not a true six-seater. The useful load increases with the turboprops. You could probably get, although your range is going to fall, you could probably get 6 people on board with this. It's got a bigger useful payload. You can climb up above the weather in this thing with oxygen. You can come down like a rocket if you want to, because turboprops don't need to worry about shock cooling, so you're not going to crack the engine block coming on down. So turboprop has some advantage. Oh, plus you got a higher cruise speed. I mean, if we were fighting a 50 knot nose, you know, a 50 knots across the nose with the piston, we'd be crawling along at, you know, 100 knots. Probably wouldn't make our destination. So we could punch through some higher winds, which is better for winter flying. Oh, it does. It does have some advantages. But in the end, it's mostly disadvantages. What are you doing? We got rocked with a heck of a storm through here out east. I don't know where that came from. I don't think it was. It's not remnants of the hurricane. That's still down south, isn't it? Just a little bands of weather coming in from the Ohio Valley. You guys get this plane. The manual is a wealth of knowledge. Clouds look pretty good today. Let's pop back in, check our instruments. ITT's looking real good. Fuel's looking good. So for landing, you want to make sure that if you do have an imbalance, that it's no more than 15 gallons off each tank. So you're gonna kind of want to make sure you bounce it back and forth pretty good. I'm gonna let this one come down just a little bit more, and then we'll switch back to the left tank. See if we can get our top of descent. I think I didn't put the procedure in, so that won't help. LS23. Just put you in there. All right, that should give us the top of descent count. Yep, 40 minutes. 40 minutes to our top of descent. I absolutely love this thing. I know it's very modern. but
Reach 011. Can you tell me your
so
fuel?
very convenient.
011, we have 3 hours of fuel remaining.
Roger, thanks for that. Keep us posted if there are any changes.
Is that an emergency? Are they testing emergencies out here on the on Beyond ATC? It looks like we're our headwinds dropped by 10. That's cool. But it's crazy the amount of mountains that we're going to be flying into. Literally the approach onto pretty much just in a bowl surrounded by mountains. So we're coming in on, so it's looking like the ILS 23 approach. And I've actually never done that approach. I've always had to come in on 5, so it's going to be different. I think we can actually there. That way we don't have to do the hold. This little piece of kit right here, it's pretty expensive, the TDS version. I know the PMS, the PMS makes a version that's free. It's pretty good too. It's what I used to use. But this TDS version, although albeit expensive, it's very, very intuitive. It's just pretty much a general simulation of the real one. And like flying off VATSIM and stuff like that, you got nice, easy access to all your radios, your transponders. It's very convenient. But I believe it's like $70. I don't know. I bought this a while ago, back in 2020. But now they have support for cross-talking. So I got the 650 here. It's cross-talk to here. So if I change the flight plan on this one, all the information gets transferred to this one.
Washington Center, November 731. Golf Victor, flight level 220.
How are we doing on our oxygen? Yeah, we're still good on our oxygen.
November 731. Golf Victor, Washington Center.
It's doing real good on our oxygen.
Southwest 3150.
So you could actually go in here and you go to the engines page, and I believe there's a pulse ox.
Southwest 3154. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, it's in cabin. Okay. It's actually not a really great pulse ox. You would definitely be feeling a little lightheaded.
Southwest 3709. Contact Washington Center 133.2.
Center on 133.2, Southwest 3709.
I don't know what that one is. Is there something else I'm supposed to be? doing with the oxygen. We're breathing it because it's gone down. I don't know what I'm turning here. Let's look up the oxygen real quick. Because I'm not sure exactly what, if I'm supposed, because I think 86 should be a little higher. Because from a paramedic standpoint, if I was I guess it's different for this, but if I had a pulse ox of 86 on a patient as a paramedic, that'd be intubating you right about now. Looking to see if I can find anything on the oxygen system, see if I'm supposed to do something else. So oxygen pressure system on the Copilot subpanel, gauge indicates between 1850 and 2100 when full. Oxygen pressure will deplete as it is consumed by passengers and crew when activated. To activate the built-in demand oxygen regulator for all occupants, place the oxygen supply switch on the Copilot subpanel to on. The oxygen will be consumed by the occupants only in accordance with the current pressure altitude of the aircraft and the weights of the crew members. Oxygen pressure is saved between flights and can be refueled on the systems page, on the weather radar, or the tablet.
1.675. Contact Washington Center 121.675, Southwest 1347.
When the cabin pressure system is activated, you can hear the oxygen gas moving through the pipes. Nope, just flick the switch. I guess 86 is good. Honestly, I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. All right, 30 minutes until our top of descent. And we are looking good. Slide along, keeping our fuel flows good. Just double check here. It's at our destination. Still got about an hour tanks dry at our destination. So we can easily make our alternate if we had to. Let's see, let's look what's the pole? So
Southwest 2323, contact Washington.
It's like in the the winglets.
Center on 133.2, Southwest 2323.
That's why I like the pressurized bearing. So you don't have to worry about oxygen. Be up here just chilling. Probably our cabin would be like 6,000 feet. Yes, there's a little stutter there. I guess structurally they couldn't pressurize this. I guess you really just couldn't pressurize a Bonanza.
Golf Victor, contact Washington Center, 133.2.
Center on 133.2, November 731, Golf Victor. See you. Washington Center, November 731, Golf Victor, flight level 220.
November 731, Golf Victor, Washington Center.
It's definitely a screenshot right there, guys. Just love the look of this plane, man. It just looks fast. This looks fast. That's all I gotta say there. It's like a fighter.
Washington Center, United 21, 0 for heavy. Good afternoon, 15,300 feet.
United 21, 0 for heavy, Washington Center.
And I always liked the
Climb to flight level 300.
I always did like the
Continue climb to flight level 300.
black and white,
United 21,
that
0
classic
for heavy.
beach modern look.
Southwest
So,
2323.
Shout out to Tim HH for putting this one together. You can get it on FlightSim TO.
Contact Washington Center, tree 365, Southwest 2323.
November 731, Golf Victor, contact Washington Center 1, tree 3.65. Have a good one.
Center on 133.65, November 731, Golf Victor. See you. Washington Center, November 731, Golf Victor, flight level 220.
November 731, Golf Victor, Washington Center, copy.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be a definite hangar addition to the channel. That's for sure. So Saturday with the Baron, the twin Baron, we actually had the EDM. We're going to go over that and see. We're going to see how that works. We can lean. We're gonna look at how you're supposed to lean rich or peak, and we're gonna also lean lean of peak.
United 2104 Heavy, Washington Center, roger.
A lot of people have been having questions about how to use the EDM. Well, I've read pretty good bit about it, so we should be able to go over it. After that stream, we should be able to get a pretty good idea on how to use it to monitor our engine and fuel. So I'm thinking for Saturday, we set out from somewhere in Salt Lake. Maybe, what's it, Parvo? I have scenery for that one. Salt Lake International is kind of mid, even with the scenery. The really good scenery doesn't work in 2024, I don't think. But I do have scenery for Porvo. We'll go from there and we'll head somewhere down into the Rockies. Let's see what's a good one. Like maybe we'll go down to Telluride. See how the high altitude landing goes. But you definitely want to make sure, you want to be very careful, especially if you're in the Northeast or out in the Rockies or in Alaska flying this thing, that it is not rated for known icing conditions. So
Center on 128.6, Southwest 2323.
It has the capability to handle some emergency ice, kind of give you a chance to get out of it. But unlike the Baron, it cannot fly in icing. So at the ice door, we have prop heat, we have pitot heat. That's pretty much it. And also this right here, when you turn the prop heat on, this heats up as well. That's it. So what that's going to do is it's going to prevent this from icing up, so that you still have your airspeed and your altimeter and everything else that's on the pitot.
Blue Streak 5463. Contact
And you're going to keep the ice off the props and keep the ice from going into the engine. So it's going to keep your information. It's going to keep your engine running, but you can definitely build up on the wings and become too heavy and crash. And there's no way to mitigate the ice on the wings or the tail surfaces or anywhere else. So there's a defroster, but not a heated window. So even that could be overcome. So you can get yourself into a pretty bad situation in the sim, which aggressively ices. But in the real world, this plane, you could really put yourself in a bad spot. But the coolest anecdote I have is in simming is I was flying the Cessna 337, and I was flying it down to Atlantic City in the sim, and it was a snowstorm coming up the Jersey coast, and it was new to 2020, and FSX PD3 or 33B didn't really do icing. I didn't do X-plane, so I just wasn't prepared for the icing effects that were going to happen. I iced up so bad because the Cessna 337, the Coronado's version of Cessna 337, doesn't have any icing either. It's not for known icing conditions, and it shouldn't actually have been flying in a snowstorm. But it was complete whiteout IFR. I was on the ILS to Atlantic City, and there was so much ice weight on the plane simulated that I had it full throttle to maintain a 500 foot per minute. So I was able to so I lost it completely, established, and I flew the ILS with it at max throttle all the way down to the runway. I was like, wow, it was one of the most intense simulator moments. And it was so cool. And I thought, wow, what a time to be alive in flight simming.
United 2104 Heavy. Contact
Of
Washington.
course, I have no
128.6.
real world
Contact
anecdotes for that.
Washington Center 128.6. United
All
210 for heavy.
the flying that I ever did was just VFR. Nice summer afternoon days.
American 1664, turn left, heading 075. Climb, maintain flight level 360.
It's the cinematic turn right there.
Heading 075. Climb, maintain flight level 360. American 1664.
All right, we're about 35 minutes to our destination. We didn't double check our fuel. We got to switch. Yep, we are ready to switch. Fuel pumps come on. Switch to left tank. Wait. Still hearing engine noise. Switch the pumps off. Always want to make sure you still got engine noise. All right, so we got about 19 minutes or so to our TOD, top of drop, however you want to say it. Fun stuff. Winglets are still winning in the poll, guys. Everyone likes the winglets. It's unanimous. I love it. Especially for being a winglet fan of this plane. Of course, I'm going to have to say no to winglets on the Baron. Doesn't look right. So we have no star. So it's probably a good time, since we're about 15 minutes or so plus. We'll brief our approach. So no star. So we're going to come down. Looks like we're going to be 3,000 feet at Kama. And it's going to be, so our intercept to the ILS is 2,400 feet. So let's go over the brief. So we're landing at West Virginia International Yeager Airport. We're doing the ILS runway 23 approach. The weather conditions at West Virginia International are now IFR. And let's check the report as of right now. All right, so the METAR is 310 at 8, gusting 18, 1 mile visibility. Oh, crap. 1 mile in rain. 1 mile in rain. That's going to be spicy. Wow.
1664. Contact Washington Center 128.6.
A few clouds at 600, broken at 2,000, overcast at 2,500. 9 is our temperature. 2962 is our baro. 1 miles of visibility. We got rain and mist. All right, so let's brief the mist approach. All right, well, let's do a proper briefing. So we're going to go out. We got the localizer frequency is 110.3. That's already programmed. Course is 235. We got to be 2,500 at stilt. The decision altitude is 1,181 feet. So that gives us 250 above the ground. And airport elevation is 947. So missed approach, climb to 1,800, then climbing right turn to 3,000 feet, direct HVQ, VOR, and hold there. That's the Charleston VOR. Transition level is 18,000. So we got a decision altitude of 3,000 feet.
November 731 Golf Victor. Contact Washington Center 128.6. Have a good afternoon.
All right.
Contact Washington Center
So
128.6.
we're facing some dangerous weather. 1 mile visibility is not great. So that's the concerning factor on the approach with mountainous terrain all around the airport. So we'll be mindful of the terrain, and any ground proximity warnings we will take seriously and avoid. Any questions? Yeah, I don't got any questions either, so all I got left is to pray. Must be another band of weather coming in. Maybe we'll luck out and the sim will give us, you know, maybe the weather will be a so good and it'll be a little easier to do this approach. But 1 mile visibility is going to be spicy.
United 2104 Heavy, contact Indianapolis Center 125.55. Have a good one. Center on 125.55, United 210 for Heavy.
1 mile is going to be spicy. A 13 minutes to our descent.
November 731 Golf Victor, Washington Center, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 23.
Radar vectors. Now we're going to fly the approach. Everything's radar vectors with these guys.
ILS runway 23, November 731 Golf
Everything's
Victor.
vectors. Vectors. No. We're going to fly the published. Fly the published. What's a good thing about AI is that the AI doesn't really truly care. I mean, it might start yelling at us that we're not following their vectoring, but just ignore it and fly what you want to fly. That's the real convenience. There's a lot of other just when you take the human factor out of things. Plus, I mean, how many times have you guys been on VATSIM or watched VATSIM? We're thinking it's so entertaining sometimes, the exchanges that you get. Like, AI tried to simulate that the captain was making a cruise announcement over frequency. It's not the same. But, I mean, in the other point, the fact that we have stuff like this as an alternative is good. Because, I mean, what was the alternative to VATSIM back in the day? Default ATC? Blah. Ten minutes. With the sunset and the cloud mess we're coming into. Try not to ice up. beautiful that is. That is so cool. I don't know how far back you guys sent you did Flight Simulator, but in that FSX days, we would never see this. Even PD3 or P3D, it was never like this.
American 1664, contact Indianapolis Center 125.55. Contact Indianapolis Center 125.55. American 1664, have a good one.
Never like this, guys. We never had clouds like this. 2020, we had clouds like this. All right, I'm not knocking 2020. I'm going back. Going back past before 2020. 2020 was the revolution. Look at the layers.
Washington Center, United 1926, flight level 320.
United 1926, Washington Center.
Really do have some concerns about icing up coming down. Do we have any segments for icing? There's no icing in the METAR. But it is below 10. Temps. Let's see where we're at.
November 731, Gulf Victor, Jaeger landing runway 23.
Jaeger landing
7
runway
minutes.
23, November 731, Golf Victor.
Washington Center, Southwest 1810.
Almost ready to go to work, guys. We got to go to work.
Southwest 1810, Washington Center,
It's
roger.
cooling off a bit. Pump that up. And well, it looks like we did pretty well on the oxygen whole flight. That's got to be uncomfortable, sitting on oxygen for that long. Dry your nose out at the very least. We're going to be coming down in a little bit. We've all been briefed. Let's get the flight recorder up.
November 731, Golf Victor, turn right, heading 305, vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 305, November 731, Golf Victor.
No.
November 731, Golf Victor, contact Charleston approach 124.1, take care.
Contact Charleston approach, November 731, Golf Victor, see you.
Oh, what would be contacting approach at flight level 220? Would we still be on center?
Charleston, November 731, Golf Victor, flight level 220, we have uniform on board.
November 731, Golf Victor Charleston approach. Good afternoon, altimeter 296. Tree expect radar vectors for ILS, runway 23.
Altimeter 2963, expect radar vectors for ILS runway. 23, November 731, Golf Victor.
We're going to fly the published.
November 731, Golf Victor, turn right, heading tree 05, descend, maintain flight level 210.
Turn right heading 305, descend maintain flight level 210, November 731 Golf Victor.
November
You're
731.
want to power back a little bit?
Victor, turn right, heading 0 for 5.
0 for 5's back the other way. No.
November 731 Golf Victor.
No. Alright, we're ignoring ATC. According to Beyond ATC, they want us to head back to Reading. So we want to be at Cameron, we want to be at 3,000 feet. So Gamma, not Cameron. Cameron is JFK, and we'd want to be at 10,000 feet at Cameron, or 11,000 feet. One of those two. No, it'll probably all ATC is probably going to get jacked up because we're not listening to him.
November 731, Golf Victor, descend and maintain 3,500 feet, altimeter 296 tree.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet, altimeter 2963, November 731 Golf Victor.
November 731, Golf Victor, 59er miles from Chickasaw. Fly present heading. Maintain 2,400 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 2 tree.
Fly present heading 2,400 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 23, November 731 Golf Victor.
This is why you would fly the published, because there's mountains around there. You're not gonna. We'll do good with where we're at. Jigsaw's on the approach. Got the banana. We can just start to set the banana. So all those altitudes are wrong. So let's activate the approach. Get rid of all the extraneous stuff. Throttle back. Yeah, a little fast. We don't want to go too fast. We're gonna monitor speed, monitor ITT. Should be good on ITT. And we're gonna monitor the heater too, because it might get hotter as we go down too in the cabin. All right, we're below 10,000. We could come off oxygen now, guys. You could take your nasal cannulas off. We're good. You can breathe fresh air. Oh, wait, no, my bad. Not yet, guys. Put them back on. Put them back on. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. We're only at 18,000 feet, guys. 18,000. Oof. Torque up a little bit. We don't have to go that slow. Not looking like a good mess to be in. Keep an eye on our wings, make sure we're not icing up. Windshield will be a good indication. We're gonna add more defrost. Looks like we're starting to get some ice.
Blue Streak 5235. Descend and maintain for 1,000 feet. Descend and maintain for 1,000 feet. Blue
What I was afraid of.
35.
Frost on. Pitot heat's on. Let's thing we got. Put some more protections out, keep us flying. Let's go to the fullest tank. Fuel pump on. Pump off. It looks like we're within our balance. So that looks good.
Blue Streak 5235. Turn left, heading 335. Turn left, heading 335. Blue Streak 5235. Blue Streak 5235. Turn left, heading 335. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Turn left, heading 335. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Blue Streak 5235.
All right. See how it's starting to get a little warmer in the cabin because we're descending down into out of those flight levels and it's warming up.
Blue Streak 5235, descend and maintain 2,400. Descend and maintain 2,400. Blue
All right,
Streak.
passing 14,000 or coming up on 13.
Blue Streak 5235, 3 miles from Jixar. Turn left, heading 255, maintain 2,400 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 23. Turn left, heading 255, 2,400 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 23. Blue Streak 5235.
Your SimCFI, yo, yo, yo. Have a good flight. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, and,
Streak 5235.
coming into West Virginia, 1 mile visibility.
Contact tower 125.7. Blue Streak 52.
We have a good landing. That's not looking good. I'm just hoping we don't ice up. All right, so course heading is 235, so we'll get that squared away. That's good. Actually gonna go heading hold mode. Nav the localizer up. Because we should come in right on that perfect path to meet the localizer. Very warm in here. Very warm. Gonna kill the heat anyway. There's 11,000. We can actually. Oh, we're IFR. We're gonna keep the oxygen on until 10,000. We could shut. I think 11,000. You could shut off the oxygen, but. We got plenty. So we lost our vertical speed required, but we actually have, this is called the Banana. So we're actually managing our descent via this, which is keeping us on track. Ice forming. We got the ice door on. All our heats are on. But like I said, it's not a it's just a protection, not a deterrent. Like, doesn't prevent ice from building. So actually, I'll put the ignitions on auto. All right, we got localizers live. Kill the music because it's time to go to work, and we are definitely at 8,000 feet, so we can kill the oxygen. Now you guys can take your nasal cannulas on. There's rain. Let's look at the poll. Oh, winglets lost. Winglets lost. Let's end the poll. Looks like 67 to 33. No winglets. Guys make me sad. Just kidding. That's awesome. All right, we're coming into some heavy rain now. We'll see what those gusts look like on approach. We do our altitude just real quick. Try not to run into any mountains. And Glad Slope is alive. Say, wheels stacked, dude. You just said, okay, maybe winglets are cool, but on the turbine beast Bonanza, super custom beast. Yes, that's what I was saying. On this plane alone, Baron, regular Bonanza, nope. All right, 1,000 to go. Now we're talking about the mountains. Oof. Oh, that's right. I turned it down for the music. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I use Stream Beats by Harris Heller. It's good for royalty-free stuff. So coming in, let's arm the approach. Good, no ice, miserable outside. Hopefully we can do this. Okay, so it's going to get busy. So I'm going to start the recorder. Be pretty far back, but I don't want to miss out on that. Approach flaps up. I don't know why it was lower than it should have been. 22 is below our intercept. Should be fine. There's no big mountains out in front of us. There we go. There's approach capture. We got localizer capture. I shouldn't say approach capture.
November 731 Golf Victor. Contact Charleston Tower 125.7. See you.
Over to Tower 125.7, November 731 Golf Victor. Charleston Tower, November...
All right, when we intercept the localizer, I'll put the gear down and then we'll go from there.
November 731 Golf Victor, Charleston Tower, wind 315 at Niner, gusts 18, runway 23 cleared to land.
Runway 23 cleared to land, November 731 Golf Victor.
We're going to have a pretty decent crosswind. All right, so we're just watching to see the localizer comes in. And our charts on the map, looks like we're lining up just right. Of course, we have a fancy computer that's going to do the work for us here. Slowly bring that up. You want full RPMs for landing. Let's localizer capture, drop the gear. We're below triangle, so we can do that. We're not at full flap yet. All right, gear is down and locked, 3 greens. Got the glide slope coming in. We'll mark 250 on our decision because that's at. If we can't see the runway at 250, we're gonna have to go around. All right, there's glide slope capture. And we're in the white band, so we can go full flaps. And we'll slow it up to 100 knots. I'm going to keep the speed up a little bit because we've got a pretty significant crosswind. Just monitor the approach. Here's 1,000 feet. We're stable and cleared to land. On runway. That's 1 mile visibility. We should be able to see something, right? Of course, we're still like 3 miles out. There we go. Runway in sight. It's 500 feet.
500.
in sight. My plane. Some serious gusts here. Get the crab in. In. Put the ailerons towards the wind. Here we go. Welcome to West Virginia International Airport, guys.
Golf Victor. Exit left at Charlie.
Exit left at Charlie, November 731, Golf Victor.
Exit left at Charlie. There's Charlie. Let's exit. Oversteered there. Limp Rocketeer. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, nice landing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ground 12.
That one was tough, man. That was some serious wind coming up over that mountain. Alright, well, taxi to assigned ramp.
November 731, Golf Victor. Request taxi to company ramp.
Oh, we're not a company.
November 731, Golf Victor, ramp 22.
But yeah, I like that. We're gonna let's park up and I'll see what that landing felt good. It felt like it barely landed.
Via Charlie. Bravo 4 Bravo Bravo 3, November 731, Golf
Wraps up.
Victor.
Clean up here. Got strobe lights could come off. Kill the prop lights. Strobes off. Of course, I never put my freaking lights on. Oh, that ruined the landing. That was so silly. All right, we'll leave the ice door open. We'll open the oil door. Wow, that's why I was wondering why it was a little dark. Jesus, can't believe I forgot that lights. I was more concentrating on landing. That's why we have checklists, guys. That's why we have checklists. Which I don't have any checklists yet. I'll come over here to the military hangars. Hey, fellas. Parking brake on. All right, so let's check that one out. U-flight. So my landing rate was 13. That is butter, guys. I think that's the best landing we've done on the channel so far. 13. Yeah, let me show you guys. Guys. I'm very happy about that. Wonder what that one looked like. Absolutely love these planes, guys. They are so beautiful to fly. So let's shut that off. Not making that mistake again. Leaving the window up for the replay. All right, let's check it out. Let's turn on the lights. Hopefully they stay on for the landing. Strobes can come on. Let's check it out. Replay up. Pause you, run you forward. Nope, unfortunately. That's my bad, guys. Look at that crosswind. There's gusts. There's a nice big gust right there. Up over that mountain. That's cool. That's why I like this scenery. Really beautiful area if you could see it. Go back in, dip the wing. Ooh, little off center. That's where that 1.1 is. It looked like a, was that a little bounce? Was that a little bounce, guys? No, that's solid on. That's solid on. All right. Beautiful plane. One of my favorite planes so far in the simulator for GA. Absolutely love this thing. Listen to those sounds, man. All right, so we'll wind this back up. I want to thank everybody who joined me for this flight. This is a lot of fun. This plane is a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. All of them. I've flown all of them. We're gonna fly them on stream then. So the next one is gonna be Saturday, and like I said, I got this special cruise giveaway for our Saturday live stream. We're going to be doing the Baron 58, and I'm going to be giving away the bundle. So you have a chance if you come and see me on Saturday, probably afternoon. We'll see what time that's going to be, but you'll have a chance to win the Black Square bundle pack, so you get all the planes. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining me for this flight, and special shout out to Limp Rocketeer, Wheels Stacks Dude 9631, your Sim CFI for joining the chat. Really appreciate you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Happy Halloween tomorrow, and stay safe, stay healthy. This is Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John. On to the next one. See ya.